Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is DaReal, and we are here with some NBA 2K Mobile. So the Net Cutters players have officially dropped. We're going to break down how to build out these players to use them for head-to-head gameplay, tourneys, and the weekly events going on for the Net Cutters team. So let's get into it. The first player you see on the screen is Davion Mitchell. He's got a 5 in defending, a 5 in agility. So those are really good stats for a point guard. I would try to bring up his layups and dunks, some of his shooting stats, and his playmaking. Next, we got Montrezl Harrell. He's got a 5 in strength, 5 in layups and dunks, 5 in rebounding, and a 5 in post scoring. So the stats you really want to focus on for Montrez is bringing up his defending, his playmaking, and agility. Next, we got DeAndre Hunter. He's got a 5 in agility and a lot of 4s for his stats. So he has potential to be built out pretty good. I would bring up playmaking, mid-range shot, layups and dunks, and 3-point shot. Danny Green has a 5 in 3-point shot and a couple 4s across the board. I would try to bring up his layups, his dunks, his defending, and if you could bring up his shooting stats even more, that'd be great, especially the mid-range shot. Next, we got Joakim Noah. He's got a 5 in rebounding, a 5 in defending. He's not going to get a lot of buckets for you, but if you could bring up his layups and dunks, it would help out. And if you can boost up his agility, his playmaking, and maybe even his post scoring, just so he can be able to get easy layups and putbacks to make some easy shots in the paint. Kemba Walker has a 5 in agility, 5 in shoot off dribble, mid-range 3-point shot and playmaking. It's actually a pretty decent player. If you're going to bring up some stats for him, I will focus on his defending and his layups and dunks, and then just bring up any of his other 5s. Next is Al Horford, who I think is a gem of a center. Really good stats. He's got a 5 in mid-range, a 5 in defending and strength. You could try to bring up his rebounding a little bit, bring up his playmaking, and if you could bring up his layups and dunks and agility, and Al Horford will be great for you. Carlos Boozer has a 5 in strength, rebounding, mid-range shooting, and post scoring. So he's a pretty reliable scorer. If you could somehow boost up his agility, playmaking, because he's a little slow, so you can make a bit faster with those upgrades, and then bring up his defending and layups and dunks. Next is John Havlicek, who is a gem as well. He's got a 5 in shoot off dribble, agility, strength, mid-range shooting, and 3-point shot. So if you could somehow boost up his defending, his layups and dunks, he'd be really good for you because he is a decent slasher. Mikal Bridges has a 5 in agility, a 5 in defending, 5 in 3-point shot. So if you could boost up his layups and dunks, his mid-range shooting, and his playmaking, it'll work out for you. Jason Richardson, one of my favorite shooting guards in this game. Incredible athleticism as well. He's got a 5 in layups and dunks, mid-range shooting, agility, and 3-point shot. So if you are going to bring up some stats for him, try to boost up his playmaking. And if you want to go crazy with him, boost up his layups and dunks as well. And if you've got some upgrades left over, bring up his defending. Bob Cousy, 5 in shoot off dribble, 5 in mid-range, and a 5 in agility, which is pretty good for a point guard. So you should try to focus on his layups and dunks, defending, and his 3-point shot. Jason Terry, 5 in playmaking, 5 in mid-range shooting, and a 5 in 3-point shot. So you can try focusing on his layups and dunks, shoot off dribble, and agility. Patrick Ewing has a 5 in strength, rebounding, defending, mid-range shooting, and post scoring. So you could focus on his playmaking, agility, and layups and dunks. James Worth, really good stats overall. 5 in layups and dunks, mid-range shooting, agility, defending, and post scoring. So you want to focus on bringing up his playmaking, his 3-point shot, and his shoot off dribble. Mike Bibby, 5 in shoot off dribble, 5 in mid-range, 3-point shot, and playmaking, along with agility. So you could focus on his layups and dunks, his defending, and then maybe bring up one of his shooting stats. Anthony Davis, one of the top power forwards in this game. 5 in layups and dunks, mid-range shooting, post scoring, agility, rebounding, and defending. You could bring up his playmaking, his 3-point shot, and layups and dunks. All right, so then we got Bill Walton. You've seen him featured in the Worth the Hype video. Really solid player. He has a 5 in rebounding, 5 in strength, 5 in post scoring. You could bring up his defending, his layups and dunks, his agility or playmaking, and he'll be real good for your squad. Richard Hamilton, who I also featured in Worth the Hype, really good player, man. He's got a 5 in shoot off dribble, mid-range shooting, 3-point shot, and defending. You can focus on bringing up agility, playmaking, and layups and dunks. We got Carmelo Anthony, one of the best small forwards in the game. 5 in strength, shoot off dribble, mid-range shooting, 3-point shot, post scoring. So it's pretty elite, right? You can focus on bringing up layups and dunks to make him even crazier slasher, his playmaking, his agility, and if possible, boost on one of his shooting stats. Isaiah Thomas, one of the greatest ball handlers inside this game. 5 in shoot off dribble, mid-range shooting, agility, playmaking. So if you could boost up some stats, it would be layups and dunks, defending, and three-point shot. Cosmic Jasper Grand Hill, who we featured worth the hype, definitely was worth that for sure. 5 in shoot off dribble, layups and dunks, mid-range shooting, agility, and playmaking. You can try bringing up defending, three-point shot, and then boost up any of his strongest categories. Magic Johnson, another player we've featured over the past couple of videos. One of the best point guards inside this game. The only point guard with a 6 in playmaking. He's got a 5 in mid-range, shoot off dribble, agility, defending, and post scoring. Magic is just so good. But if you are going to bring up some stats, you could bring up his three-point shot and then try to max out his playmaking, his agility, and bring up his layups and dunks. And then last but not least, we got Kareem, Abdul, Jabbar, one of the top tier centers as well. 5 in layups and dunks, mid-range, post-scoring, strength, rebounding, and defending. You could bring up his playmaking, agility, and his defending, and Kareem will be incredible. So that's how you build out the Net Cutters players. So hopefully you can unlock some of these players from the events and from crafting. I wish you all the best of luck. I appreciate all the support. I will catch everybody in the next video. Peace out.